calculate the minimum eccentricity for a design of column having unsupported length. L is equal to 5000 millimeters and diameter D is equal to 500 millimeters. So we have to find out the minimum eccentricity. Minimum eccentricity is equal to length by diameter plus diameter by 30 or 20 mm, whichever is greater. First we will calculate this term. L is 5000 by 500 plus D is 500 by 30, that is equal to 26.6 millimeters or 20 mm. Which one is greater? 26.6 mm is greater than 20 mm. So the minimum eccentricity E minimum that is required is 26.6 mm. So option D is correct. In this question, in a wet soil mass, air occupies 1/6 of its volume and water occupies 1/3 of its volume. The void ratio of the soil sample has to be found out. Void ratio E, we know that volume of voids by volume of solids. In a three-phase system, volume of voids we will consider it as volume of water plus volume of air. So in this problem, in the data that was given, if we consider total volume V, in the problem it was given it as 1/6 of its volume was occupied by air. Volume of air is 1/6 of total volume. Volume of water is given as 1/3 of total volume, that is equal to 2/6 of total volume. So volume of solids, the total volume is equal to volume of voids plus volume of solids. Volume of solids is equal to volume minus volume of voids. Total volume V minus 3/6 V volume of voids, that is 3/6 of total volume is volume of solids. So by substituting these values in the above equation, volume of voids is 3/6 of total volume, volume of solids is 3/6 of total volume, that is equal to 1. So void ratio is 1. Option C is correct. The ratio of submerged unit weight of soil to its dry unit weight having specific gravity G is 12.5. So submerged unit weight, gamma submerged, I can take it as, we know that gamma saturated minus gamma W is gamma submerged, and the dry unit weight gamma D I can represent it as. So in terms of specific gravity we can represent these terms: gamma saturated G plus E into gamma W by 1 plus E minus gamma W, that is gamma submerged, and gamma D can be G into gamma W by 1 plus E. So by dividing these we have to find the ratio. Gamma submerged by gamma D is equal to G plus E into gamma W minus gamma W into 1 plus E by 1 plus E divided by G gamma W by 1 plus E. So 1 plus E gamma W, here we get G minus 1 by G. G is equal to 2.5 minus 1 by 2.5, that is 1.5 by 2.5, that implies 0.6. So option D is correct. Here the question is, the area of splice plates shall exceed the area of flange element spliced by at least how much percentage it is going to be exceeding than that of the flange elements. It is a direct question and the answer is 5%. In this question it was given it as, a sand deposit contains thin 10 mm horizontal layer of 1 meter apart. This a fairly infrequent spacing given for sand. LS is given as 1000 mm, and respect to permeability Ks is given as 1 into 10 to the power minus 3 meters per second, and for clay it is LC is 10 mm and Kc is 1 into 10 to the power of minus 7 meters per second. We have to find out the coefficient of permeability in the horizontal direction. We will represent coefficient of permeability in the horizontal direction as Kh, that is equal to LC into Kc plus Ls into Ks by LC plus Ls. By substituting the above values in this equation 1, we will get 0.99 into 10 to the power of minus 3 meters per second as the horizontal coefficient of permeability of that particular sand deposit. So option C is correct. In this question we have to find out the celerity through a rigid pipeline. Celerity C we can represent. It is the given data is bulk modulus of water is given as 2 into 10 to the power of 8 kg force per square meter and water density is 1000 kg per cubic meter. So we know the relationship between the bulk modulus and celerity. Celerity through a rigid pipeline is equal to root of bulk modulus by density of the water, that is equal to 2 into 10 to the power of 8 into 9.81 by 1000 under root is equal to 1402 meters per second. So option B is correct. The question is the discharge through a channel of trapezoidal section is maximum when. The same question can be formed in terms of most efficient trapezoidal section can have the following, or the less lining is required for the trapezoidal section in the following cases: most efficient, or less lining, or maximum discharge. Are all same. In a trapezoidal section, the most efficient section is the sloping side is equal to the half the width at the bottom, is equal to the half the width at the bottom. So option C is correct. We have to find out which type of turbine for the given data. The data was given as a hydraulic turbine develops 600 horsepower while running at 375 rpm and under a head of 8 meters. So we have to find out which type of turbine it is. Now we know the specific speed is equal to speed under root power divided by head power 5 by 4. So depends on the specific speed we can differentiate the turbines. If it is great in between 60 and 300, that is going to be Francis turbine. If it is greater than 300, that is going to be Kaplan. So we have to calculate the specific speed, that is equal to 375 under root 1600 divided by 8 power 5 by 4, that implies greater than 300. So it is going to be Kaplan. Ns is greater than 300, it is Kaplan turbine. So option A is correct.